all these decades, and we're only been able to wiggle worm the different pieces that led up to both of these men's demise, because it's starting to be more palatable to more people. More people are accepting of the real truth of what happened. Back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, the further back you go to where Trump is talking about making America great again, we go backwards on history and progress for us. We go backwards into telling stories and what the real stories were of how Anglos would like to thwart history so that people that are coming up don't feel the plight we feel, so they can have empathy and sympathy. And the longer we go, the more we're going to get probably more in-depth versions of this story. But this one looks real good. They got Coretta Scott. They got Betty Shabazz. I saw them surveilling both of them. So are they going to come clean about J. Edgar Hoover and how he was a closet gay person and hated Malcolm, really hated Martin, and was doing all these different surveillances? And we've kind of seen some of the bad news about what they did catch on surveillance with Martin. Do you think
Mm-hmm.
that far in this, Moochie?
I believe they are because they're gonna show they always want to show a bad side to him. They did a little glimpse of it when they did the Malcolm X movie because they said compared to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X was a choir boy when they was listening in on his calls. If you go back and watch the Malcolm X movie that Spike Lee did, they
Mm-hmm.
showed a brief part of it. So I want to see if they, like I said, every 10 years they add a little bit more stuff. I guess they want to give it to us in small doses because some people can't handle the truth.
Right, right. 100% on that one, man. But we want to hear from you all. Is this something you're going to watch? It's going to be a day one for me, so you might as well stand by for the review. Post your comments down there. Let me and Moochie know, because we want to keep our ears to the streets and give you guys the kind of review that you want to hear. Now you're gonna love this one, Moochie. This next one is more your lane than mine.
Okay.
Still covering the Cat Williams situation. Still talking about Cat Williams. He mentioned several people. Mark Curry was one that he mentioned. And Mark
Mm-hmm.
Curry has went and done a pretty good long interview on the Willie D Live channel. Go check that out, y'all. Willie D Live YouTube. I have an excerpt of what Mark Curry said about what it's like trying to deal with folks in Hollywood. We'll take a listen, we'll react, and then we want to hear what you guys have to think. Moochie, get ready. Here we go.
If you could give Hollywood a different name, or just a different name, give Hollywood a different name other than weird, what would it be?
Money tree.
Money tree.
Money tree, baby. Everybody trying to climb that tree to get them that money. Pushing everybody down, deceit. You know, they will kill you. You go to Hollywood, that's where you find the devil, because that's deceit. Everybody is deceit. Everybody wants something. Everybody will turn you in. Everybody will knife you, stab you in the back. Everybody talking shit behind your back. Everybody want to see you fail. It's just, it's a world that's incredible. It's an incredible world.
Do you feel like
But it's a beautiful
people,
world.
right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
I thank you for it. We love you. I love you, Hollywood. Thank you.
Do you feel like the people, the fans, the industry have given you what you've given them?
Yes, I think I get respect wherever I go because I've given the people respect. Time I put out a product, my product is just like Coca-Cola. You know my brand. My brand is good, just like Blue Magic. My shit is certified. When you say Mark Curry, you know what you're going to get because I gave them products. Everything I served you has been. You didn't have to step on my shit. My shit is good. Every time I give you my shit is 100%. Every time you ever seen me do any motherfucking thing, it's 100%. And I've been real. I ain't fake. And people see that, and I think, and they see it, and they give me my props.
Moochie, this is more your lane than mine. Talk to me about Mark Curry. Did you feel some animosity in his voice? Have you been keeping up with him? Talk to me about the good brother Mark Curry.
If you I'm you're seasoned like myself. You saw hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah. Mhm.
And he you know what, like I said, a hit dog will holler, and all of the people that did wrong is getting exposed this year. I'm glad they finally showing this guy some love, because Mark Curry he was doing comedy before Def Jam. He came on. He was like back then where you would go on to. He was on Arsenio Hall, all these shows. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's getting his everybody's respecting him, and now that people know the truth, look at who looks crazy right now.
Now you know Kevin Hart been doing a little tour talking and all that, taking Tiffany Haddish with him. What do you have to say to the audience about some of the things Kevin Hart had said? One thing I saw him say was Cat Williams was lying about the ticket sales, like 2.4 million tickets. That would make him the biggest draw. And Kevin is basically saying he's the biggest because he does 1.4. So there's no way Cat could do 2.4. I don't know if there's any way any of us can confirm that. And then he kind of mentioned something along the lines of he didn't want Cat coming at the woman. I don't know if he was talking about Tiffany Haddish or who, but basically saying, come at me, Cat, don't come at the women. He did that on
And
the Breakfast Club. So, Moochie,
mhm.
speak to that to the audience because we would like to know what is going on in these comedian streets.
Well, he went and got Tiffany Haddish, and they doing this whole hobo tour.
Oh,
And
Lord. Moochie.
I see what they are. They
what?
are. Like, I'm not the better comedian. He's a liar. He's on drugs. Go ahead and say all of the stuff. And it's not true. Everybody knows it's not true now. Like I said, everybody's being exposed in 2024. And that's exactly why Cat Williams got one of his best writers that he let go. His ex-wife. Watch what happens. She was writing most of his jokes. They said he hasn't been that funny since his wife left.
Wait. Hold. Let me take Mark Curry. Whoa.
Look,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
let me go behind my picture. Cause look,
Wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? Now y'all know Moochie keep her ears to these streets. Now she be having records and receipts. She keep her ears to the street. Moochie just said that Kevin Hart's best jokes came from his ex-wife.
yeah,
Break
she
that
was on
down
his
for us,
writings.
Moochie.
She was on his writings, one of his writers on his team.
Okay.
If you go look at his stuff from the beginning, and somewhat even through the split, she came back when they was doing Hollywood Husbands.
Right.
And
Right.
now you know why that show was so funny. She was part of it. Just pay, if you don't believe me, just check. All I could say is it's out there for you. Research it. It's out there for you. Now, however, if I would have had more time, I would have came with receipts and showed you stuff. But it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
true. All you gotta do is just look up stuff. She was part of his writing team.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and and when he got to Hollywood, he cut her loose. So,
Wait. So
if she's still
see,
doing comedy, she's still doing comedy.
I just I just saw a post where she was thankful to Cat Williams for giving her an opportunity when she felt like there was lost opportunity. Um,
Of
and so
course.
it sounds like she's pretty talented, Moochie. It sounds like she's pretty talented. And have you seen her do any stand up before?
I heard her do stand up before. I'm sure if you go on any of the comedy things on YouTube and put her name in, you could find her stuff. She's funny. She was even clowning him after the divorce. So, if at this point, was she blackballed by Kevin Hart because he didn't want his big secret to get out?
Right.
Makes you think about a lot of stuff. You going if this person was writing for you all this year, you gonna try to bury her and keep her out of the mainstream because you
Now,
don't want to
Moochie,
be exposed.
I gotta say this, Moochie. Maybe she was writing for him. But don't you think that he had some talent to go with that? Because you still got to have stage presence.
He has stage presence and his
You did,
delivery. And I'm not saying that he's not talented. I never said that.
right,
But
right.
you got to give people credit when you have good people on your team.
Okay. I give
Just like
yeah,
how you look out for me,
yeah,
I'm part of your team, right?
right,
You pull
right,
my coattails and stuff, right?
right. Okay.
One hand wash the other. When you stop washing other people's hands, people gonna let you know when you put dirt on them.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna have to write that one down. You stop washing hands, folks, they get dirty.
Yeah, one hand wash the other. Both wash the face. If y'all stop helping each other out, somebody gonna look dirty.
And this is COVID season. We don't want no dirty hands around this
Oh
MF.
no.
Folks been getting sick left and right. Wow. Post us your comments, y'all. Let us know what you think about the ongoing saga with the comedians, Mark Curry, Kevin Hart, whatever you want to say. And if you want me to read some of your comments on the air, go subscribe to me on Twitter and send me a DM on Twitter. My link is right here underneath my name and it's in description. And I will start taking some of your comments that you leave to me on Twitter and putting it up here for all the fans to see. Next thing we got in Black entertainment news, this is our homegirl. Our homegirl, Lex the Targaryen. She is in a film that drops on Thursday. And
Okay.
I've got part of the trailer for you guys to see what she's doing in the film. And I actually think it looks a little entertaining. It looks funny. So let's see. Now, mind you, folks, this is kind of like the issue a lot of new filmmakers in the African American lore, well, filmmakers in general, but especially us. It's a new film. Resources was low, but this shit looks high quality to me. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, y'all niggas gotta go. What the fuck? Y'all gotta go, bro.
What did I do?
What did you do?
What's up, Twitter fingers?
Yo, Sexy Red, what up?
What the fuck? What didn't you do,
She
nigga?
pulled the gun on me.
Bitch, I'm from St. Louis. I'm not with all that conversation shit. Now sing it, bitch.
I keep telling this nigga to stop talking crazy online about people, because one day he gonna regret it.
Y'all ain't about to cancel me. I'ma say what the fuck I want.
I am a high value male.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, nigga, keep saying what the fuck you want. Watch. Somebody gonna pull up and pop your ass for all that shit you be talking.
Hey there, buddy. There's a lot of black people around here causing a disturbance in the neighborhood.
Who's your favorite artist?
Not you!
You're not even the main character in your friend group.
But you still fuck with him.
And he could never.
I didn't say shit.
Stand on that shit, nigga. Oh.
So we got some fake ass Kevin Samuels running around here like they high value males. And ladies and gentlemen, on the internet, you can be whatever the hell you want. On the internet, you could be a high value male, you can be a Kevin Samuels Jr., but what are you in real life? And it sounds like this dude was up here telling people he's this, he's that, and talking pure tea junk to him. And then some women decide we're going to call your bluff. And they pull up on this nigga, and he is as much of a punk as Urkel was before he stepped in that chamber. Chick grabbed him with a gun, and the chick had him with a baseball bat. So, Moochie, what do you think, and how did you like our girl,
I
Lex
like
the
her little
Targaryen?
boy. I like her little boy. I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I want to see more of this. What is this on, and where is it available?
So it's going to be on YouTube too eventually, but this Thursday they're going to be having a red carpet, and maybe we can get Lex up here maybe Thursday or so she can tell us what the real nitty gritty is. But they're supposed to be having a red carpet, and it's going to be on something called Cityplex. Let me play the trailer again.
Oh yeah, y'all niggas gotta go.
The Cineplex
Okay.
12 in New Jersey. So go check it out, y'all. Go support these folks if you're in the area. Support Lex the Targaryen, because I'm sure if nothing else is entertaining, her antics look entertaining as hell. And whew, we need to have her on the screen a little bit more. So yeah, I'm about that life. That's going to conclude it for us, ladies and gentlemen, in Black entertainment news. But my show is not just Black entertainment news. It's Black entertainment news and more. And before we get to the and more part, let me just shout out everybody that came to support us at lunchtime on a Tuesday. We've got 50 in the chat right now. Shout out to all y'all. We greatly appreciate you coming to tune in to us. We're on a growth movement. We're trying to go places. And we want you guys to keep riding with us as we go and to be our pioneering subscribers and chat members. So, Moochie, the first thing I want to talk about in the and more section are the top movies of this weekend. Thursday, we talked about the Book of Clarence, and we talked about the Beekeeper and where they might go and why we tend to have discrepancies in Black predominant movies versus white predominant movies. Whole lot of reasons.
How
And
did those movies do this weekend?
I got the data for you, Moochie, but I want you to take a guess. Between Beekeeper and Book of Clarence, which one you think came in higher?
I don't know. It could be you know what? I'm going to take a shot in the dark with the Book of Clarence. Even though I'm wrong.
Since Moochie took that, we're going to keep her ass in the dark because it was not Book of Clarence. This is your list, Moochie, and this is what I mean when I say we live in a predominantly white America. Mean Girls was number one.
Mean Girls. They did a new one of it?
Yes, Moochie. Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Beekeeper was number two. Okay. And then something that came out damn near before Christmas. Wonka was number three. Anyone But You was number four. Migration was number five.
Wow.
And in just an absolute disrespect. This movie shouldn't even still be in the top 10, let alone number 6. Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. I saw that with my wife, and man, let me tell you something.
I didn't even see that movie.
Don't even waste your time. Number seven is Night Swim. Number 8, The Boys in the Boat. And number 9, ladies and gentlemen, Book of Clarence pulling in $2.6 million.
That's not good.
So, like I said, Mooch, it just goes to show. Remember, we was having that intellectual discussion with our big homie Monique
Rex
Nicole.
was here that day.
Monique Nicole was here too. And when I was telling her some of the discrepancies that go on when you're dealing with predominantly African American movies and why they don't always do well and how we have to garner a larger audience outside of our people for movies to do well, this is my example of that, Moochie. This is a prime example of that. Moochie, this movie made $2.6 million when you had Lakeith Stanfield, you had Alfred Whittard, you had Kofi, whatever his name is, he played Lamar on BMF. You had Agunwe, whatever his name is. You had the young man that was in not Stranger Things. Yeah, Stranger Things. Moochie, this was a star-studded cast, and we could only get $2.6 million. And Beekeeper with Jason Statham is number 2. So, Moochie, what do you think happened that didn't get this movie higher? Because the movie is good. I reviewed it.
I believe it was the topic and how people are so quick to judge and think it's blasphemy, where they're not going to give it a chance. You might see people that see that right away as mocking God, where they don't want to see the movie.
Okay.
It is a touchy subject.
Right.
Just the visuals alone makes it a touchy subject. I mean, we already said that the Beekeeper was going to get the most ratings because of but it's the same thing over and over again. But I don't see Kevin Hart's movie up here. Is that because this is just the box office things? Because they're saying that thing bombed on Netflix. You know, FYI.
Oh yeah. This is the box office. This is not the streaming rating. This is just the box office. Yeah, you know, it just goes. A lot of this is like movies are hard. And then when you're making your audience a certain subset, which is what they want you to do, it becomes even harder with us when you have a movie that's kind of like clever and witty in this manner. Then when you're targeting us, there are certain elements that was missing from this movie. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because the movie is great. I reviewed it. Check out my review. I gave the movie damn near 7 out of 10. It's a great movie. Great acting, great soundtrack, great script, great story, great inside the box story. This is a great movie. But then again, Moochie, it comes back to what I'm saying. Black people make up 13% of the United States population. And when you're targeting that population, how many of us have, number one, the extra disposable income, but more importantly, Moochie, forget the income. More importantly, the disposable time to go sit at the movie, which is why when you do movies, it is best if you can't really galvanize the majority of us, you try to galvanize a little bit of us and some of the other subgroups, which is why I think this movie went down. Now, it could pick up steam and do a lot better next week, but I'm not liking the fact that the movie is under Aquaman. Like, come on, man. Really?
You know what though, Lamont? With this, we did have a kind of bad weekend in the East Coast. Well, actually, all over with the weather. So people stayed inside a lot this weekend. So you know what? I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt, and I'll chalk it up to that. What, like I said, the religious aspect alone, and with everything that's happening with the church, the black churches and things like that.
Right.
This is not. People are going to be kind of like they're prejudging it already before seeing it.
Here's the thing, Mooch. I agree with that. I can agree with that. And the other reviews that I seen prior to me going to see it, it was a lot of people trying to bash it. And I've even got a comment on my review of saying that he's not God. And I said, what does that have to do with the film? Really? Like, he's not pretending, he's not saying that he is the Lord Almighty. He's pretending to be someone to overcome a hardship. And Moochie, you're right about the weather, but the weather didn't stop all these other people from going to spend 28 million on Mean Girls, 16.8 million on Beekeeper, and so forth and so forth. People went to see that mess. So I'm here to tell y'all, if y'all going to go to the movie, it's worth it. It's definitely a good movie for sure.
It seemed like the last few like black movies that you think were gonna do good came out with a whole controversial spin on it where they don't make money. I'll give you an example. When we started talking about Woman King, they brought up a controversial spin with that, talking about the whole story was a lie. Stop me if I'm wrong. They did that. Then with The Color Purple, it was a whole bunch of pushback with that, with the whole thing with Oprah Taraji, and they threw Monique and how bad the black actresses were treated and things of that nature. We're finding out all of that. So it seems like every time it's a movie, and now you got this movie where they're using the blasphemy spin on it. You know, I'm staying neutral with all of this. I'm not picking sides, but I'm just showing you points. So why is that happening all the time now when we have these big productions? They did the same, to me, they did the same thing with the Black Panther movie and changed everything where those numbers went down.
And every movie is its own thing, honestly. Like, people are quick to tell you the book science of why things don't fail. And when I say that, let me give you examples. Let me give you hardcore examples. I think just about everything in America is WWE, meaning what they tell you in front of the camera is not the 100% truth of how things go on. So, for example, my favorite example, Hulk Hogan used to get on the damn TV and tell children, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and you'll have muscles like mine. But he forgot to tell y'all about the damn steroid he was pushing in his ass. Same thing goes for just about everything in life and film. Critics will tell you shit like, well, maybe your script wasn't good. Maybe you didn't do good marketing. Maybe you didn't have the right push behind it. When they don't tell you what could be the steroids behind why films don't do good. You had high level acting. If anything, maybe they should have featured Alfred Whittard a little more. But every film is its own thing, and we can only say that maybe it'll do better next weekend, and if not, then maybe it'll do good when they get to streaming, so that they can try to recruit some of what they're talking about, some of that money. So we'll see. Now, Moochie. Oh boy,
Oh.
oh boy, Moochie. We about to spend some time here.
Oh yeah.
The people have been waiting and waiting, and it's finally back, Moochie. What am I talking about?
HighTown.
Yes. Oh, Moochie got on her joint too. Look, I got on mine too. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, HighTown dropped their official trailer last week. You know, me and my wife, and on some videos, Moochie, we're going to be doing some reviews to talk about one of the best jewels that we feel like wasn't pushed the way it should be, because this show should have broader appeal. If you watch Power, you should like this. If you watch BMF, you should love this. Hell, if you went over there and watched the show on Showtime with Bryan Cranston, what was the name of that show, Moochie, with
If
Bryan
you watch
Cranston?
Your Honor, you're gonna like this.
You would love HighTown. And I've got the trailer. A lot of things happened in this trailer that resonated with me. We're going to take a look, and then
I'm
we're going
hoping
to
that
break.
some of my theories come out, Lamont. But go ahead, I'm excited.
You know it is. Here we go, y'all. HighTown season 3 trailer. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the score in the background escalating? Oh my God, the music. So Moochie, I'm gonna give you the floor, but let me try to pinpoint everything I've seen that stands out to me. Number one, Jackie, she survives the House of Thor, Odin's son daddy. She survives that, but she has fell back into drugs. Moochie, I was dying laughing on this part right here when her ass was coming through the window like a damn crackhead.
You know she be going through her crazy stuff. This is not the first time we've seen her sneaking through a window.
No, it's not. It is not. And, you know, she's done been fired from the force. She's back doing drugs. But then we seen a girl collapse into a pool, which I do feel like Jackie, you know, Jackie's a saver hoe. She can't help herself. And I'm wondering, how would the love interest between Jackie and the homie who came on this show to grace us with her presence and do her interview, Tanya Big Glands, is that still going to be a thing? So that was one thing I noticed. All right. And also Jackie getting drugged with blood on her shirt. I wonder, this might be the opening scene where she done got into a fight, leaving out the House of Horrors with Thor Odin's son, daddy. That might be the opening, possibly.
It has to be, Lamont, because that's where it ended. Remember, she was about to go in, and we saw her go inside, but we didn't see what happened.
Right.
Remember, she was showing she wasn't wired and walked in there.
Right. And I do believe that's what that is. And we seen a little bit of turmoil between this milkshake right here, Renee, and Ray. Now, they've introduced 2 new female characters this season. One female character, ladies, look at the balloons flying behind me. Yeah. I got some new technology that I ain't telling y'all about. Whenever I do hand motions, I get stuff flying up and stuff like that, you know. But one thing that they've introduced 2 new females. One of these new females is this chick right here. And the other female is someone that's going to build a bond with Frankie in prison, probably help get him out of prison. But I think this female is going to join the police force with Ray. And who does she resemble, Moochie?
Renee.
So
she looks young, a younger version.
And
he don't know how to keep it in his pants.
And what do white guys love to do when white women get past the age of 32?
Trade them in for a younger model.
Especially if you working in the job with them. So we seen a conference. Now don't make no mistake. This one right here, I don't give a damn what the age is. You ain't topping this one. Sorry. You know, that's just my 2 cents.
Do you think that's Renee's sister?
Hmm. It could be.
So it
It could
looks
be.
like her. Look,
Could
remember
be.
she's PG like the movie. She remember
It,
when it ended, she was pregnant, and it's your baby, Ray. So look, she's pregnant. The kid, well, he probably gonna play around with the cat now, cause she's knocked up. I'm just saying.
hmm hmm Well, one of the new chicks is going to be on the police force with him, and I think it's this lady, and she's going to be giving him hell. But I think
Mm.
that hell is going to turn into heavenly bliss in the bedroom eventually. So that was another thing. The biggest thing, Moochie, King of the Cape. Look at the King of the Cape.
Oh, he all cleaned
That
up.
that
Oh.
that nigga look like Miami Vice now, Moochie.
Let me
I mean,
find out he got a queen size bed, now king size bed for the king of the Cape.
King of the Cape got to have a king size bed. Now, California King.
Yeah,
Dude is looking
Osito.
good. Yeah, man. That's our homie Osito. He is coming to take over the Cape. That's what he's going to do. But Moochie, he can't take over the Cape because there is a new crime lord who's seen what is going on in the Cape. And his name is Shane Frawley. And it's this guy right here. He is a Boston drug dealer whose little brother or nephew, cousin, one of them, played baseball for the Boston Reds, got kicked off the team for doing steroids, and now is helping him move drugs in the Cape. And he's going to be bumping heads with the king of the Cape, which is Osito. So, Moochie, give me theories about Osito wanting to be the king and this guy from Boston wanting to take over the Cape. Who going to win?
I believe it's gonna be a battle, but do they start out working together and it goes bad?
It
I'm
could be.
wondering that because
Could
that's what
be.
it looked like.
Because
Because
remember, Alcedo was on the road leaving.
yeah, but
Mhm.
Osito was supposed to be dealing with the people from New York that Charmaine hooked him up with.
Exactly.
So is
Mhm.
what happened with that? And I know we're gonna see Charmaine because I saw her talking. So I can't wait to see that. It's just like I'm about to do my little breakdown and come out with it. I was prepared for that today. I said you set it off, and then I'm gonna take the baton and keep running with it. So yeah.
And and the thing is, the interesting story about Charmaine, she's a runner, she's a fugitive. She's
hmm
she's a fugitive, ladies and gentlemen. Let
hmm
us
That
not
got away
forget.
on Jackie's watch.
Yes. She pulled the banana in the tailpipe on Jackie, talking about she had to pee or she was on the period. One of the ones, and Jackie, Mrs. Saberho, fell for it and got out sprinted like Jerry Rice was running against Usain Bolt. You're both fast, but one of y'all faster. And she got away.
He
Now,
could not
what?
keep up with that girl. I knew she was gonna run off.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, no. But then, Moochie, in a sad piece of news, you remember Ray knifed his boy Santilli. And that famous line we got from Santilli, that sounds about white. I loved it. Oh,
hmm
so now they working together trying to stamp out the drugs in the community, but Ray is the boss now. You
Yeah,
know,
he's the boss, but keep in mind, Santilli is on homicide. And
that's right.
remember, that whole thing that Renee did is gonna come back to haunt her. And he's gonna
Mhm.
find out how sneaky Renee really is, Ray.
Now
Oh,
look, do you remember that funny moment last year when Renee had that gun? She slammed it on the table and shot Jorge right in the gut.
hmm
Oh my god! Woo, boy.
I still had my theories with that. I said that was gonna come back.
Mhm.
Um, I believe this is really gonna make them have bad blood. That was my theory for last year between Ray and Santelli. He's already mad at him because he got his job back and got a promotion, and they would have they put him basically over to homicide, where it's crimes that's almost impossible to solve. Let me ask you something, Lamont. Do you
Go for it.
think that we will see Ray, no, not Ray, Santilli and Jackie working together because she's on this Saber thing? and it's with homicide, missing persons. I think she might be kind of she might end up communicating more with Santilli than Ray, but Ray might have to communicate with her for the simple fact is to keep them off of Renee's tail if everything's leading to her.
I
So
was
I
gonna
want to see
say,
this cat and mouse chase, y'all.
right. And somebody got to get thrown under the bus, Moochie. Somebody's gonna get thrown under the bus.
Of course.
And I don't know how the audience feels about Ray. And I feel like Ray is an easy target to either die or go to jail. Now, speaking of jail, Moochie, we ain't even talked about this guy. He gonna want revenge.
Oh, yeah.
Frank don't know Renee is pregnant with Ray's baby,
Mm-hmm.
and Frankie Jr. had them moved in with Ray and Renee. Double R.
Mm-hmm.
So what is his moves going to be? Now, Moochie, people been all in my comments on my trailer break, my first breakdown of the show that I did this year, saying, how do I know Frankie's alive? Blah, blah, blah. He's going to be dead.
He's alive.
Moochie, he's alive. Like,
he's alive. He just got jumped a couple of times. They're going to stitch him up. He's going to be walking around with a little limp for the beginning.
Exactly.
But I saw the OC told me and him talking. So what's going to happen with that?
Exactly. It's a lot to sew up, and we hate that this is the last season. God, we hate that. This was a great show, but things move on, shows move on, and one
Only
thing you
3 years though. Only 3 seasons.
Here's the business side of Hollywood, Moochie, with shows. If you make it to 5 years, well, really, once you get past 3 years, writers, actors can start asking for more, just because of you've made it that far with your ratings, audience base, and that type. You can start asking for more. Once you hit 5 years, you get like syndication and all that. So maybe stars felt like they wanted to move on in a different direction, do something else. I don't know, but this show definitely had. This show could have went on for at least 2 more seasons, at least.
I agree, and I feel like it's not over. 50 Cent got that whole thing going on. We talked about that merger happening. Anything can happen. Look, that's just me wishful thinking, though, y'all.
I feel you. And then we got a new Janelle, y'all. Now, I am sad because Crystal Lee, that was my Janelle. But we got a new one, and this young lady can act. This is the new Janelle. And she's visiting someone. Remember, she's the therapist at the precinct. She's visiting someone. And Moochie, will we get a better love scene? Because I've been told when I speak, they laugh and like my reviews. Do you think they heard me when I said you can't put the king, especially this king of the cake? Okay,
what? Look, come on now. We talked to the person that played Janelle about that bed.
Yeah, we did.
Had on here.
Yeah, we did. You can't put them in a king in a queen bed this time, y'all. You can't do
that bed was too small. He couldn't even roll over the hands of the phone. He had to be like,
right. Right. I mean, that was like it was an ergonomic bed or something. Damn, dude, he the king of the cake, man. You got to get him a good bed. Get the man a good bed.
They're gonna put him in a bigger bed. They're gonna put him in a bigger bed this time.
They definitely are going to do that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. The show drops on Stars next week. It's not a lot of episodes, y'all. I think it's 5 or 7 episodes. It's not a lot of episodes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yep. It's not a lot of episodes. And when you have something that's going to be that short,
it's going to be a lot of. If they ended it like that, we're going to see a lot of death. A lot of death.
Yes.
And people going to have a lot of final says with their destiny in this.
100%. You got it. So post your comments, y'all. Come check me and Moochie out. Leave us your comments. Watch our reviews. You can hit me on twitter.com/life_gains. Send me a message. Subscribe to me over there. And it's quick for me to reply to messages and read those messages up here when we do our live show. Last thing I want to talk about before we go to the chat. You know, I've been trying to end these shows on an inspirational note because I want to see everybody succeed. You succeed, I succeed. We all have someone that we can call and talk about the struggle to as we're trying to go up. So my inspiration of the day: cut loose attachments holding you back in 2024. Meaning things that you've been holding on to that you know haven't helped you get to your goal in the past couple of years, cut that shit loose. It's easy for me to say that because I've been dieting and all that. So if you have an attachment to sugar, find a way, game plan. If that is the thing holding you back in your fitness goals, cut it loose. If you need to find more time to go to the gym, to work on your cardiovascular health, to work on your skeletal muscular health, find a way. A lot of us we're not only breadwinners, but we're life partners for our family members. Me, I have a wife, I have 2 kids, and hell, I got a kid that's 5 months old. I know they want to see me be around as they're becoming adults. And in order for me to do that as a 40-something, hell, I'm going to have to stay in good damn shape, okay? Because when my child is 40, I'm going to be damn near 80-something. And I ain't trying to be one of these 80-year-olds that got to take Viagra to get his penis hard. Fuck that. I'm working out. I'm working out. So what is it that is holding you or has been a mental hurdle for you to get over in 2023 that you need to drop in 24? What say you, Moochie?
Oh, wow. It's cut loose attachments holding you back.
Yep.
Mm. I've got stuff that's holding me back, but I feel like I am cutting away with the dead weight
Okay. Okay.
and stuff that I feel like that is very important to me. I want to work on that.
Right.
As far as like with relationships with people and just dealing with different changes that's going on.
Mm-hmm. I'm
'Cause
gonna tell you one thing. Another example I've had to learn to do, Moochie. I've had to learn to tell people no sometimes.
this is true.
You have to.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
only 24 hours in a day, and you're supposed to be sleeping 6 to 8 of them. And now when you hear these sanctimonious MFers on social media talking about they only getting 2 and 3 hours of sleep because they so hard working, they're lying. Folks, one thing I want to do this year is cut through the bull job of social media and Hollywood entertainment. Yes, you got to work hard. You can't take that element away from it. But is hard work all that's helping people get to their achievements? Fuck no, it's not. And they never going to tell you the steroids, the secret sauce. You know, there's a legal term for that, ladies and gentlemen. They call it the priority blends. They never tell you that. But they will give you the fundamentals, and you got to work on the fundamentals and find your own personal priority blend so that you can make getting to the top not as hard as it needs to be. One way to do that: drop baggage. Tell somebody no so that you can take care of yourself. If you're someone who hasn't been working on self-care, work hard on self-care. Make things happen in 2024. Let's do it. All right, Moochie, we got one super chat for the day. Let me read our super chat before we get out of here. Super chat comes from Richard Tompkins. Thank you, my brother. That is a wonderful support to our group. $20 super chat. It's because of people like you, man. I'm able to do this and bring you entertainment, have you laugh at a country boy from Aden, North Carolina, a sister from New York, and bring together people in my little community. Thank you. He says, "Hey, Lamont, what did you think of the trailer, stars released for HighTown Season 3? I had a good time watching your earlier reviews from Season 2. It really enhanced my viewing experience for HighTown." Well, brother, just know that I will be having some of the people that was on HighTown. They will be coming back this season.
All right. Talk about it.
We're going to keep you entertained because this is a show I feel got away from everybody that does a really, really good job of entertaining and keeping you on the edge of your seat. So having said that, Moochie, what do you have going on your channel this week that the people can look forward to other than coming back to see us on Thursday at noon?
Okay, so you're gonna have my trailer breakdown for Power Book 3, Raising Canaan. My episode with the many parts of Canaan. We just did the review last night. And we got the pregame and trailer predictions on Thursday night at 10. So tune in, keep your notifications on. Thursday also we'll be doing movie night with the ladies at 9. AEJ's hosting that, and I check the community tabs because that is gonna list the movies that's coming up, and it will be. I'm starting back Hidden Gems. I'm gonna be doing a segment on Hidden Gems. It's revamped, and you guys need to check that out. Please keep y'all notifications on and holla at your girl.
All right. That's going to do it for us, y'all. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to Moochie on Instagram. Come subscribe to me on Twitter, but don't just subscribe. Leave me a DM of a comment you want me to read on the air. And if it's appropriate, I'm going to read it on the air. I will be back Tuesday, same time, noon, Black entertainment news and more. Between now and then, I'll be doing shorts. You can find me here on this channel. You can also find my shorts on TikTok. Till that next Sex is Hell video, y'all. We out.